Hello, everybody. It's me, Marco with an extra O. So a hoe know to add an extra O to a check before they send it to me because one O just simply ain't enough for me. hmm Do y'all like the ambiance? Do y'all like the tone? Clearly, it's been a little minute since I've uploaded. As y'all can see, since my last upload. Um, I tried to set the tone a little bit. My curtains are a little jacked up because they just fell before I started recording. So yeah. But we have Beyonce in the background. We're gonna say hi to Beyonce. This is probably gonna be a more chill video. Because I just have some things to talk about and some topics that we're gonna discuss. I had asked you guys to submit some controversial topics to talk about. So we're gonna talk about those later in the video. Right now, I'm going to explain where I've been for the past 3 months or so. So, walk with me here. For the past 3 months, I have literally just been working on myself, working on becoming a better person, working on just being ultimately a more here person, more in the moment, and more like kinder. Um, being like nice has been hard, and I know this probably sounds like really that sounds stupid, but where I grew up, um being like mean, being not mean because I'm not objectively mean, right? But being ready to attack somebody, being ready to like whack back at somebody is literally the way I like survived where I came from. I had to be quick. I had to, be quick to, pop a hoe or quick to clap back or something like that. And as I've evolved and I've grew the mentality to put myself around better people, um it's still a thing that stuck with me, and I didn't let that go. Like that quickness to clap back at somebody, or that like ill-intentional sarcasm, or just something that just isn't needed in that moment is there in that moment, and I've been trying to work on it. I feel like I've gotten better, for sure, while I've been gone. And also I was doing other things. I was, dabbling in other areas, other ventures. um I was participating in like tournaments and stuff. I even won one with my with some great people. Some great people, you'll say that. That's another thing that happened. I had a group of people I used to be really like tea with, and then we fell out um over something very silly. But those really weren't good people either. So but I won't air them out too much because I've moved on. And if we put our bank accounts side by side, there's probably combined is smaller than mine. And their personalities are way worse than mine. So, but we will move past that. Next, um, there really isn't too much to say. I've been really focusing on myself. I really, really have. When I say that, I this probably sounds like a bunch of bullshit, don't it? um, I promise it's not. I promise there's a reason why I've been gone. But I have something very exciting coming up for you guys. As we know, my 1 year of YouTube is in July, and I'm so excited to celebrate that with you guys. And I have no idea what I'll do for it yet, but I'm conjuring up ideas. And as soon as I know, you're gonna have it. Well, of course, not till July, but naturally so. Um, I've updated my content schedule. I have a little content schedule inside of my notes app where I loaded up with content for the month. Because I haven't got into weekly schedule, a weekly posting yet. I just load up like a graph of like not information, but a graph of video ideas for the month, and then I execute as follows, not as follow. Um, yeah. So I've loaded up, for what we have rest of this month, and this month just started. It's only what the oh, this phone is dead. Okay, let's plug this phone in because we'll need this for the controversial topics. And if y'all wonder why I keep rolling around, because y'all are on my rolly chair right now, on my tripod in my rolly chair. So if you realize that there's a little shake and a little wiggle, a little movement, a little shift. That's what it is. We also have Gaga up on this wall. I don't know what's going on with her, but she's having a little moment. So yes, that's where I've been. I've also been going to the gym a lot more. Um, just ultimately I've been working on myself. When I say that, I mean it. I've been just watching what I've been doing, being more mindful of people, being more mindful of how they feel, being more mindful of just a little bit of everything. um yes, I have made some new friends. I've made new friends. I've talked to new people. One thing about me is I love talking to new people. I love making new friends. I love, 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 love it because it's just like you never know where it's gonna go. Obviously, I still have my old friends. Of course, I still have my best friends, Jayla, my mother, editor, sister, songwriter, actor, actress. She's still around. Miles is still around. And I've made new friends. Mookie is still around. So all the old people that Tatum is still around, Delaney's still around. All the people that y'all know that have been in my videos before are still around. And I've made new friends, which is so great for me. So yes, that's where I've been. But I feel like I'm ready to come back to content creation. I have taken the adequate, I've taken, even though I could say that, I want to keep going and I want to not keep going, but I want to stay on my break and I want to just do nothing. When I'm not uploading a YouTube video, I feel like I'm not doing anything. When I'm not editing, when I'm not doing anything, I feel like I'm not productive. Even if like I could sit here and clean my whole room and I could flip the whole house upside down and clean it. If I don't upload or edit a YouTube video or do something or progress toward my content creation, I feel like I wasted my day. Um and it's not good. It's not a good way to feel. I feel like sometimes I do deserve a break, but I feel like I haven't done enough yet to really be like deserve a break, if y'all know what I mean. Um so yeah. We have some things we want to talk about today, as I just said. I don't think there's anything else I need to say on my part. So we're gonna jump into some of the topics that y'all submitted. And if you want to be submit some more, whatever in the next video, I'm gonna drop my Instagram. We're gonna have one very actually there's actually gonna be one really, really soon. I'll say I don't want to give it away, but something that that thing that I have exciting coming up. But that coming up, there's definitely going to be some questions I'm going to ask y'all on the Instagram. So it's going to be on the screen here and it's going to be linked in the description. So make sure y'all go follow me and be ready for the next one because the next one's probably going to be a little bit more juicy and it's going to be a little bit more, the way y'all like it. So on Instagram, I'm gonna pull up some of the questions. Last time when I wanted to use the boxes and put them on the screen, um, some people were getting upset because I put their tags in the thing. So this time we're just gonna put the questions on the screen in a regular font because I don't have no time for people getting mad at me, even though I don't give a fuck. Um, Question number one. Well, some of these, okay, so I'm gonna start with some of the ones that I seen that were like just trending on Twitter, some of the ones that have just been trending on social media in general, and then we'll jump into the ones from the submissions. So number one is, and this is one I just seen Chris Cotter talked about, and it's been like a trending topic throughout like the gay community, like the LGBT community, is, are straight men really your friends? And this is something I would really like to talk about, because the people I just fell out with were straight men, primarily straight men at least. So I'm going to speak on this, and I'm going to say what I have to say, and we're going to see what the reaction is. I think some straight men are gems. Some straight men are genuinely gems. I do have a few straight men in my corner that are reliable, that haven't said anything offensive for as long as I've been around, or at least that I know of. Um, I can genuinely say that I have a few straight men that I'm friends with or I'm close with that are like actual real life people. Like, they aren't offensive or anything like that. Now, most straight men, and most are very oblivious, are very naive, are very dim-witted, just to say the least. Um, yeah, I think that's putting it into nicer words. Just to explain a little bit, I think straight men are very, like, not in the moment. They say what they want to say, and then think that they can just get away with it, or they think that, oh my god, this is a free country, so we can say what we want to say, which you can say what you want to say, but it does come with repercussions. Like, that's how, kind of how what happened with my friend group. I kind of, pushed myself away because I didn't want to be around them anymore, because they were being, well, I said I didn't want to air them out. If y'all are watching this, you know who it's about. It's about you. And I'm telling the truth, because we can pull out the receipts. Um, very misogynistic, very homophobic, very ableist, all of that. All of the stops, baby. So, and then I guess I have to kind of blame myself for continuing to be around those kind of people. But um honestly, it really wasn't my choice. Obviously, I have a choice, but the people I was around, and the people I was, playing with, made it seem like we had no other options, and it made it. I never wanted to be a part of all that nonsense. There's so many people who can vouch for it. I never wanted to be around it. It was something that I genuinely I had to tolerate. But not tolerate. No, not tolerate. It was something that I had to be around, which was, this is like the worst. That's what like started this break. Like, this break, like this whole thing. I started I started like this whole thing, like my break started in, what was it, January, or I can't remember when I started my break. But that around that time is when I got into um the Marvel Rivals scene, is which, if you don't know what Marvel Rivals is, it's the newest hottest thing. If you don't know, maybe you just don't know. But I'm trying not to tie the gaming thing in, but that's kind of what it is. If I wouldn't have met that certain group of people, I'd probably be in such a better headspace right now. But it really affected my mental, because it was just like repeatedly over and over again getting targeted for, because I was gay, or because I'm feminine, or this, that, and the third. And it got really, really draining to even deal with them anymore. And so I'm so glad I'm out of that. And even though there are some people who still associate with those people that I disagree with, I don't put that on myself, because I know I did the best thing for myself, and I distance myself from that. It took me some time, yes, but I realized that I've never needed anybody before to keep me down to earth, or keep me to my morals, because I know where I stand. I know that I'm a gay. I know I'm a black man. I know I'm this. I know I'm that. I know whatever. And it seems like some people are scared about their identities, and especially, actually, no, I'm not going to say that, because that's messy as fuck. No, I'm not going to say that. But I'm going on a whole tangent about it. But back to the question at hand. straight men can be your friends as long as you know, pick the right ones. Know that all straight men aren't going to be your friend. Okay. Know that all straight men don't have your best interest. They might try to flirt with you, or they might try to fake flirt, or they might try to do this or that. Don't, don't, don't do it. Pay attention. Know, trust your gut when it comes to being befriending straight people. Thank you. Next topic. This isn't even a controversial topic. Matter of fact, because I was looking inside Twitter because I bookmarked a couple of like topics I want to talk about. This one this definitely doesn't need to be talked about. Our current. I'm not even going to talk about our president because it's not necessarily like I'm not here to talk about him. I'm here to talk about what he, because he has the moral, like not the moral, because he literally doesn't, but he has the ability to make sane decisions, but is choosing not to. So I'm gonna talk about some of the things that he's done in the 4 months he's been in office. Which would go as follows. Actually, let's just look it up because it's probably a long list. So let's look it up. So he extended the TikTok delay, which was supposed to happen Saturday. Saturday was TikTok was supposed to get shut down on Saturday, but then he extended it by 75 days. This is probably like him in this whole TikTok situation is probably like the only thing that keeps him like engagement. I'm convinced. Like, there's no way people are just like, you know, yeah. Let's keep growing. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, is that just for this month? Hold on. Oh, I'm trying to click all and it's not letting me. Oh, next. There's 19 pages of things that he's done already. Oh, the tariffs. That's something I don't need to look it up because I just remembered it. The tariffs. We're going to actually be poor in like a week. I'm making that up. Don't take my word on it because I'm not a stock marketer or whatever. We're gonna be broke in like a week because this nigga put I don't know the whole logistics on it because like I said, I don't keep up with politics, even though I should. I know like the mainstream things that he's done, unfortunately, but the tariffs is actually gonna put us into fucking like statewide debt. We're gonna be broke. It's gonna be the Great Depression all over again. So let's keep scrolling. Actually, he made the District of Columbia safe and beautiful. I wonder why. Restoring truth and sanity to American history. Let's read this because this looks. I can barely read this because my screen is like so fucked up. I'm just trying to read the ones that have been like big. Oh yes, the DEI thing that happened like last month. Um, you know how I want to feel about that. Removing the DEI and then some of the places like Target and Walmart, unfortunately, the two places that I have worked in my life, dropping out of those things was a choice. Um, I don't know what to. I mean, at this point, what can you expect? We all seen this coming. I mean, can we act shocked? I'm sorry. I was gonna go through this whole list of things that Donald Trump has done in the past 3 months, but there's not even a point because we all know there are horrible things, and he hasn't done one single thing that has procured us or made us evolve as a country. Besides keep TikTok around, and that's probably the only thing that people give him props for was is keeping TikTok around because he knows once if he lets TikTok die, he's gonna lose about all this. I'm not gonna get. I can't even talk right now. Um, he designated English as the official language of the United States. Hmm. He changed the thing to the River of America or the Gulf of America. Um, I guess. Um, I guess he celebrated George Washington's birthday. Um, Gulf of America Day. Yep. Just a bunch of foolishness. Okay. There's probably gonna be some cuts there because I'm scrolling through my phone. I'm scrolling through the big plethora of things that he has done. And I can say that none of them really caught my eye. Because if there was a good thing on there, I would genuinely talk about it. But there wasn't. They're all nasty and hateful things. I heard that he recently made it so that they can like the CIA or the FBI can like spy on gay people. Um, yeah, that's how this has been going so far, and that's another reason why I don't like to talk on the internet, talk about stuff like this, because the CIA may be watching me, and if you're watching, please send me 3 bands. Um, so yeah, that's just the life of America at this point for the next 4 years. Um, Unfortunate, very very unfortunate. And the funny thing is, you know how like the Trump supporters were up on like TikTok, very up, very very up on TikTok. Um, where are they at now? All the Trump supporters that are losing their student loans, and all the Trump supporters that are, and I'm genuinely just asking. I'm genuinely just asking. I'm not here to bash anybody for. Well, I'm not bashing anybody, not yet. Anyway, where are all you now? Because once you lose your student loans and that grant that you worked so hard for, and all the other things that are padding that tuition money, where are y'all at now? Just curious, just curious. So now we're going to get into some of the viewer submitted questions, which are actually on my Instagram. Like I said, go follow me if you want to be in the next one. So the first one is waffles or pancakes. Um, this isn't really controversial, but I'll answer it anyway. Actually, it might be controversial because people will really bash me over anything. People will bash over anything. People will really jump on you about anything. I prefer. Well, it. I'll say waffles because I feel like pancakes soak up syrup too easy. Pancakes soak up literally anything too easy unless you put like jam on them. But they just soak up literally anything so easy. And then the pancake is dry. And then like waffles can be dry too, but at least the waffles have the little pockets and they won't soak up whatever you put inside them so easily, you could put you could put a piece of butter or something on a pancake and it'll just suck right into the middle, and then you have no more butter, and then the butter gone. you know that's my take. The next question is, what do you think about AI? I think AI is, it can be used funnily, but I feel like we might be dragging it just a tad. you know you don't like We might be dragging it a little bit. We don't need to make AI everything. I feel like what AI we already know what happens when we use too much AI for shit. We already had what the SAG after strike, which basically shut down all of our fucking favorite TV shows for like how long was the strike? Like 6 months or however long it was. Um, been a lot of strikes because of AI. So let's refrain from using AI, you know, in the places it shouldn't be used. Thank you. Um, what do you think about current gun laws? I think they're horrible. Horrible. Does that need to be said? At least in America. In America, the gun laws are horrible. Horrible. I could walk outside with a rocket launcher in my ass and no one would notice. And the police. Well, actually, sorry, my phone ran out of storage. Uh, anyway, anyway, sorry, I zoned out and my mom was going to the stairs. I have some controversial topics here that I took from Instagram and I just put them in my notes app because there was some that were just really stupid and some that I just didn't really want to talk about because I don't want to get into all of that. There we go. Okay. So the first topic we're going to talk about is do we believe the earth is flat? And I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. The earth is indeed not flat. At least I don't think it's flat. It wouldn't make a lot of sense. Now, some people have made some valid points as to why the earth may or may not be flat. I guess I'll never really know until I go into the moon, but I'm pretty sure the earth isn't flat. It's a globe that has the moon spin around it, or we revolve around, not the moon, sorry, don't call me stupid. That we revolve around the sun, or does the sun revolve around us? um I learned that a long time ago. I'm sorry, I can't remember. But regardless, something is going around and we do it every 365 days. And if the world was flat and it was going around, that means the bottom would be like cold, right? If the sun was just going around, it's not like going around, it's going like counterclockwise, right? I guess we don't know which way it's going. But if it's going this way, it's not going like all the way around. It's not like a helix. It's just like a one-way spin. So if it was just shining on the corners of the flat earth, the middle would be cold and the bottom would be cold, but the middle is literally the warmest place. The equator is literally the hottest. So that wouldn't make any sense. See how I clock that? So no, the earth is not flat. Next, do we think that the word aesthetic has been dragged too far? Yes. I'm so glad somebody actually brought that up because I was just thinking about this the other day. The word aesthetic is so 2020. It's crazy. Some people think they have to dress to their aesthetic. Some people think that they have to breathe and walk and in their aesthetic. No. You do not have to be an aesthetic to fit in with a group of people. I haven't had an aesthetic ever. I've never had an aesthetic. I've never been aesthetically pleasing. I'm not pleasing to a lot of people. Do you think that bothers me? You could be the nicest person in the entire world and still not be pleasing to somebody. And still not, but you don't live to please. We as humans don't live to please. You don't need to partake in an aesthetic to be pleasing. You shouldn't have to do that. You should live your truth is what you're doing. And if your truth is, oh, you're really a clean girl who likes to do this, da da da, da, be that. If you're really a kooky, crazy bitch who likes to wear different patterns, do that. If you're really a nerd who's into tech and gaming and likes to code and da 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 da, be that. But don't force an aesthetic. Don't try to change your whole personality to change into an aesthetic or fit into an aesthetic, because that shit is not pleasing and it will show that it's not really you. Do you think so? Oh, sorry, that's not. I'm rewording it because it makes more sense in the context. But the next one is: do you think that gay mannerisms have been stolen by the general public? Also, yes. I think that a lot of the things that gay men do or that were popularized in the LGBTQ are stolen a lot more frequently than they should be. Um, is this making me feel like my body's tilted because it has like a little slanted line? I'm trying to figure out if I'm slanted or not. Am I slanted? No, it's just stuck, I think. um, I think a lot of things, like especially like this, I've seen it around so much, and there's so many different scenarios where I see it misused, and I'm like, some people just be trying to drag it, some people just be doing it wrong, and it's okay if you do it wrong, but don't try to just do it because like I feel like it's becoming kind of like a microaggression in a sense. I could literally just be talking about like how I want a peanut butter jelly sandwich, and some girl next to me could just be like no, it's becoming a microaggression a little bit. And I don't want to be the super woke friend, so don't call me the super woke friend because that's not me. That's definitely not me. But I think that's definitely something. The next one is what is con- what is considered controversial. Hmm? Oh, okay. So like, what is being like? Okay, it's okay. Okay, so what is considered controversial? Okay, so I think the word controversial kind of gets used loosely, which is why I selected the certain ones I picked. I know the waffles and pancakes one really was unserious, but it was the first one that popped up. And I feel like controversial is like some things like that should be a given that are being considered controversial, like, women's rights and, universal like healthcare and, transgender people being able to serve in the literal military. All these things shouldn't be considered controversial. Gay people having rights shouldn't be considered controversial. Women being able to have access to their own bodies shouldn't be controversial. Access to proper medication, access to proper healthcare. These things shouldn't be controversial. These should be just regular human facts. Things that are considered controversial are things that can be genuinely debated on and might not have a right answer. But things that are controversial are things that could have two different answers and can be debated without being like ignorant. You know, not things that should be a given. Next is happiness a choice? Happiness is not a choice because feelings exist. You're not going to be happy all the time. Happiness is a state of mind. Happiness is a feeling. Happiness isn't just I'm happy. If you get shot in your knee, are you going to be happy? Oh shit, I just got shot in my knee. Okay, where's the next club? No. You could be like happy you're alive. Oh my god. I mean, like, best case scenario, right? Best case scenario, I'm still alive. You can be grateful, but you're not going to be happy you got shot in the knee. You could go through the worst breakup of your life. Oh, at least I'm still here. At least I'm still alive. You can be grateful that you're still alive. At least but you just got broke up with, girl. You're not going to be happy after that. And that's just the facts. You can't be, happiness is a feeling, and there's tons of other feelings. There's no way you're going to be happy all the time. I met, not I met, I just talked to one of the happiest people I know at the gym today, and she was going through she's kind of going through a breakup right now, and I could tell that there was just something off about her. before I even talked, before we even had a chat, I could tell there's just something off about her. And if you can tell that there's something off with somebody else's energy, someone like a close friend of yours' energy, they're probably not happy. So happiness is a state of mind. Happiness is not all the time. All right, y'all, we about to wrap this shit up because my phone keep running out of storage and I'm getting irritated. We have two more. Ooh, this might be a little. I did put it in my notes though because I did want to talk about it, but I'm thinking about it now. Fuck it. Do you think people use the Bible too much to shun the LGBTQ slash? Wait, I should reword this. We'll just say, do people use the Bible to shun, like, things that people do? Because it's not just the LGBTQ. It's primarily, like, it's heavily used on LGBTQ, but we'll say just base things. I think I think that the Bible is used a lot when talking about gay people or their um mannerisms, their femininity, their people use the Bible to back up their homophobia, which is absolutely insane because I'm pretty sure it says somewhere in the Bible that God loves everybody. I'm pretty sure it says that. Now, I'm not a D1. I haven't read the Bible front to back. I probably couldn't read you a scripture from the Bible, unfortunately. I've never read it. I wasn't an avid churchgoer as a child. So, and people was like, oh, that's why you're gay now. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm getting irritated now because I keep deleting all these fucking videos on my phone and it's pissing me off because it keeps stopping me. But we're literally almost finished. But like I said, I know plenty of people who go to church and they're still gay, almost gayer than me. So using the Bible to back up your homophobia is absolutely disgusting and you need to stop because I'm pretty sure in the Bible it says that having relations before marriage is also a sin and a lot of y'all be having before marriage. So don't pick and choose what to follow from the Bible if you're not going to follow the whole thing. We all sin. So revel in it. Revel in your sin or shut your mouth. Don't try to take points and pieces of the Bible and then rub them in other people's face and then blindside yourselves to the other ones. That's not how that works. And the last one, which I picked out because I knew it was going to tie in with the intro, is mental health real? Mental health is very, very real. If I didn't need a break from YouTube, I would have posted it last month. I would have posted the month before that, and I would have posted the month before that. I would be posting every damn month if mental health wasn't real. But my mental got tore up in whenever that was, February, January, and I needed a break. Mental health is real. People need breaks. People, I know a lot of the parents of especially like Gen X and millennial parents say, "Oh, you don't need a break. You don't do nothing. You don't pay bills. You don't da 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 da." But we go through things in our lives, and that makes us human. It makes us for people, and people need to understand that, especially parents. Parents are supposed to be what we can confide in about anything and everything about with no judgment. Those are the people we're supposed to rely on. Those are the people whose houses and roofs we live under for a large portion of our lives. And some people's parents aren't that reliable. Some people's parents, you can't turn and tell your every problem and turn and tell them about your issues because some parents genuinely A, don't give a damn, or B, can't relate to your struggles so they can't help you. Especially I won't say especially me. I'm just the type of person that just doesn't um go to my mom about any of like my problems. not because I can't relate or not because why is my phone screen like getting darker? Oh, it's because my phone's about to die. I forgot. We really have to wrap this up now because my phone's on 4%. Um, some people don't feel comfortable confiding in their moms and their dads, and it's like we're finishing this on the ghetto phone because my phone just died. Literally, why I said I was on 4%. Mental health is absolutely real. Take the time that you need to make you a better person. That's literally it, and that's literally y'all. But I thank y'all for watching. Oh, my bed's dirty. Don't look. But I thank y'all for watching. You will have more content coming soon. Stay tuned. Make sure you like and subscribe and click the bell so y'all know when that next video comes out. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for tuning in to today's rant, and I will see y'all in the next one.